Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I got the homie with me again,
What
Charles,
up,
T-shirt millionaires.
I'm a regular on Hustle Ninjas, man. I am a Hustle Ninja.
Yeah, you
now,
a Hustle
man.
Ninjas resident, man.
Yeah,
That's probably like the 5th video on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, my thing might be too loud, but we cool, man. So I guess in this video we're gonna speak on print on demand. We both done print on demand. We both fulfilled ourselves.
Yeah.
So I think we can talk about the pros and cons of both of them.
Yeah, I think it's a good conversation for sure. Yeah, man. I've been through all of them. I done the print on demand, DTG, screen printing, fulfilling on my own, and now I'm doing gonna be doing something a little different that I really like. So we'll talk about that towards the end. I think that'll be something valuable for everybody. But I like the screen printing the best, bro.
Right.
The DTG is probably what I like the worst.
Really? Well,
I
DTG
not like the worst. I don't like that. I don't. It's not my favorite.
DTG is what they use for print on demand.
That's what they use for print on
They
demand.
can't do screen print for print on demand.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so for print on demand, yeah, so for t-shirts, yeah, you're mostly looking at DTG because that's something they can do one off.
Yeah.
And then screen printer, you do it for
Right.
mass production. So what was the biggest struggles for both of them? Because there's cons to both of them.
Yeah.
What was the struggles?
Well, number one, print on demand. I mean, it costs more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not as a cost effective.
Mm-hmm.
The great thing about it is you don't have to put any inventory up front.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can easily come up with some designs and sell them the same exact day, and somebody else can print them for you. So that's the good part about it. But the cost, and then also I found, just depending on who does it, like the quality isn't always there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like how the colors really pop.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, like I said, it all depends on who does it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen some people who have like their own DTG machines where it just looks amazing, bro.
Right.
But sometimes with the bigger companies, it ain't always like that. And I think it's an industry known fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sellers out there who just haven't been pleased with, some of the quality that gets put out for their brand.
So for my thing, it's like I don't use it as much for a brand. It's just like generic t-shirts. So the quality wasn't always an issue for me.
Right.
Like I had a good run with print on demand last year.
Right.
But it wasn't even the quality. It was more so every once in a while a customer would get something like completely different. It's something else. It's not even like.
Dog. Hey, listen. So I'm not gonna speak on the company, but I read an article not too long ago.
Yeah.
And it was somebody's brand, and then the customer received something that was just like out there. I forget even what it was. It was just like something that was like totally like inappropriate.
Yes.
And I think there was like a press headline or something. Press headline? Yeah, it was like something in the press.
Oh man.
But what it was, but like that's the bad part about it, bro. It's like you got this brand, especially when it's like meaningful, and then your customer gets something like way off.
Okay.
Oh, that's tough.
Okay. Yeah, I can see how that affects a brand. So, not so much generic t-shirts, but it's still, the thing is I sell on Marketplace, so I can get reviews more so easier than like your own platform. So, I got political t-shirts sent to the wrong place, and political messages can get emotions stirred up easily.
Yeah.
So that was an issue.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
All right, but so that's some of the cons. But when it comes to pros, one thing I try to tell people is, people always say you make less money doing print on demand, but I always say it's not necessarily true. You make less profit, but you have the opportunity to invest your time in marketing and making more sales so that you can make more money during print on demand. Yeah. So is that one of the reasons why you usually like to go with print on demand?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because, when you start getting into like fulfillment, man, that's a beast, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot that goes into fulfillment, man. I mean, you got to have all the supplies, first of all. You need to have the equipment if you're going to be printing labels. You're going to have to figure out the logistics of if you're going to get the post office to pick up or you're going to take stuff to the post office. You need to have all the envelopes, all that stuff. So it's like a lot that goes on. And then you got to do the folding and all that. I love print on demand because, I don't have to touch all those things.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like I can, and me personally, like it's all about your strength. Like I had a dude that came on my show. His name's Sean Lowry, and I love what he talked about. He said, if somebody was to start their brand, one of the first things they need to think about is like, what is your relationship to production? Like, what fits you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what production style fits you? And I think that's something that's just extremely important. And I just realized, me personally, I don't want to do that, man. I just like the sales and the marketing and the design and the creative part.
I like that guy. I know who you're talking about. He's the Monogram.
Yeah,
business.
Monogram.
Yeah, I like him.
Monogram. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
So, print on demand. You did it. What about fulfillment? What was your experience like? Getting it screen printed.
It's a lot, bro. Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing too. So, and this is the thing. Like, I did it from a place where I just know that's not my strength. I think somebody else probably who's like more organized, structured, operations minded, they probably could have done a way better job than I did. But me not really being like that, you know, it's like you gotta order all the blanks.
Right.
You gotta first off, you go into your Shopify store and you gotta figure out what people ordered.
Right.
And when we talking about order, you got to think about design, size, color. Then you got to go on all the websites, SNS, all the distributors, figure out who has what.
Right.
Some of them might be out of certain sizes, so you got to go to another one and shop all around and then get them sent either to you or the screen printer.
Right.
Then you got to send all the quantities and put it in a organized fashion to the screen printer.
Right.
Then after it's done, you get the shirts, and I've had times to where maybe some of the shirts in there, so we got to a place to where when we got the shirts, we started counting them, and then there was somebody who told me like, you don't really got to do that, but I just felt like I had to because I felt like stuff was missing, and I didn't know if it was because of the like alpha broder or if it's because like the screen
now
printer.
You don't know. Now it's on you.
Yeah, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, like, you know, just doing all that, and then you got to ship it and go through all that and then figure out how to get. So that's a lot. It's a lot in that supply chain, bro. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there's ways to get it done better, but, and like I said, I know I probably wasn't the best person for it, but it's a lot, bro.
But it's a learning experience, and you put yourself through it.
Yeah, it's a learning experience. You put yourself through it, but you do save on costs, and at the same time, quality, you always know that it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing that I was appreciative of is when I did do the screen printing, I knew that I would never have an issue with quality. Like, that's something I would never get a complaint about. And so when you do DTG, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Or you do print on demand, you never know.
Right.
Yeah.
So one other pro that I like about print on demand that I really don't mention much unless like you're a student of mine, whenever I talk about print on demand, it's like it gives you, because we talk about t-shirts so much, you know, there's more than t-shirts on print on demand.
Right.
And sometimes it's hard to sit here and produce it or try to figure out how it's a whole different production, you know, process.
Yeah.
So one thing I sell a lot is mugs. So I used to make mugs, but I don't know actually I gave the printer to a friend, but last year I got back into it and I was like, yo, I've been missing out on these sales.
Right.
So I just sent it on to a print on demand service. So it gives you the option for other different types of products that you're not accustomed to.
Yeah. I think that's a good point, bro. I made some joggers off of like Printful not too long ago, and they came out dope, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I've sold other products, you know, shower curtains,
right,
all type of different stuff. And so, you know, you can kind of go outside of the box.
Right.
That is the benefit. That's one of the benefits for sure.
Right.
For sure.
So, do your other products, print on demand, pros and cons. How would you tell somebody which route they should pick?
Well, you know, it starts with your preference and what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I say start there. You know, do you feel like you would want to give that control up and the quality up, or the quality control that, you know, is your standard to somebody else? And then do you want to spend the time doing that, or do you want to spend the time up front in marketing and doing other parts of the business? So, you know, self-awareness first, and then I think the next part is, you know, it's all about cash flow too. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I didn't have anything, when I hit rock bottom, I did print on demand because I couldn't afford to buy inventory.
Right.
So, you know, that's part of it as well. So it's just kind of like, you know, those are the two things that I consider when you make your decision.
So print on demand can be a good starting point for somebody with very low capital.
Yeah, very low capital. And also if you just want to test stuff out.
Right, there we go.
If you just want to test, like you might have a new idea. Hey, you could go ahead and use print on demand maybe for the first few, and then after that, maybe then you start screen printing, or
Right.
maybe then you buy a whole bunch of transfers.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I try to say too. A lot of people come on, they're still very questionable about if they should invest into the business, and they say, what kind of heat press should I buy, and all of this stuff. But I'm like, maybe you should try and at least try to sell a t-shirt first, because that's going to be the more important step.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say about like actually fulfilling yourself and producing it yourself by having equipment is it opens doors to easier sales. Like, it's easier to get sales, say, if you had like 1,000 of those t-shirts that you needed to get done. It's easier to find those types of sales. It's easier for me to produce for somebody else.
Right.
So that's one thing about owning your own equipment. But then you get stuck between building your own thing, your own brand, your own t-shirts, in comparison to fulfilling for other businesses.
Yeah.
So that's a whole another versus.
Yeah. See, that's another lane right there. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that part. Yeah.
So where are you at right now? What are you using now?
Yeah. So basically, I love really the solution that I'm gonna be walking into, and a few of my mastermind students, like I got put on through one of them, and basically they do print on demand but with heat transfers, and so there's a few benefits of that. Number one, I like heat transfers because of the quality, right? I never have to think about sacrificing quality. Now, it all depends on who you get the transfers from
Right.
what I hear. I don't do much heat transfers, so I don't fully know that.
Right.
But, the quality, you're not sacrificing that. And then also the cost.
Right.
The cost goes down drastically. You can get, depending on what you do, you might be able to get some heat transfers for what? Under $1?
Cents.
Cents?
15, 20 cents. Single colors.
Yeah. So, depending on, who you get it from and what you get in the design, you could get something for cents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so imagine if you got like your standard, Bella Canvas 3001. What's that? About $3, $3.50.
Straps, yeah.
And then, you got like 10 cents, $3.40, $3.50. You know what I'm saying? Like that's money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? If you're just doing a front print. So those two things I really like. So with the print on demand, basically you might order a few designs up front, you know what I'm saying? And, basically they're going to do the printing. So they print, they ship. I can still focus on up front, you know what I'm saying, selling. But now I do it in a way to where the quality is really good, and then the price is lower than standard DTG. And so I really look forward to using that. That's going to be dope.
That sounds like an amazing option, especially that just sounds new to me. So
yeah, it is, and it is.
Yeah,
it is. Like nobody's doing it. Like when I heard about it, I was like, and I still tell the guy to this day, I'm like, bro, this is a blue ocean you in, bro. Like nobody is doing this. And a lot of the time, I think a lot of people aren't doing it because it is like labor intensive. Like you need to have a team.
You got to have communication too.
You got to have communication. They got to be skilled on how to press the right way. You know what I'm saying? But if you got that, they got a means to have that system in place. It's an amazing opportunity in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. And that's what, we just ordered, about 1,000 transfers from China,
right?
4 t-shirt millionaires, and so they're gonna be handling all that. And then this new brand I'm gonna be launching, I'm gonna use that same business model.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I'm glad you got a plan.
Yeah,
because I don't know where I am. I'm kind of stuck, honestly.
Yeah.
I've been getting stuff screen printed. I've been using print on demand. So, because the problem is, I've been trying to create the brand for the YouTube, which was Only Ninjas, and then that took off a little bit. I showed you some stuff, some numbers and whatnot, but so I was like, I need to get this screen printed, and I'm the next when I bring it back, I want to start doing canvases. I like the whole canvases thing, so I might use print on demand for that, but I also use print on demand for mugs for my personal actual bread and butter, which is doing Etsy and Amazon and stuff.
Right.
And those I mostly produce using transfers. So I don't know I honestly don't really know which route I'm gonna go to in the future.
Yeah. No, I mean, and I guess it can, it can change in different ways too. Like, cause there's things that I can really appreciate about screen printing. Just like the shirt you just showed me, you got the puff print. You know what I'm saying? And then you got custom. That type of stuff. Done. That's totally different than all the others. You know what I'm saying?
That's something else.
But. Yeah, I just think it's more about just self-awareness, man. And then when you want to kind of add another element in, you know, you throw that into the mix. But yeah, it's different ways to tackle it. So
sounds like fun, and it sounds like there's more than one way to do everything. So really, I think when it comes to either doing print on demand, fulfilling yourself, you really gotta identify what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you gotta weigh the pros and cons and see what fits you, because it's not gonna fit everybody.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly said. It's just self-awareness and weigh the pros and cons. I agree with you.
Yo, so Charles, I appreciate you for coming on the channel again.
Oh, man, I'm a hustler ninja, man. Hey, y'all, man, I'm hustler ninja to the core, man. What's up, hustler ninja? I appreciate y'all, man, straight up.
All right, so make sure y'all follow Charles on Instagram, YouTube. It's T-Shirt Millionaires. Y'all know where to find me. But if y'all enjoyed this video, please let me know. Let Charles know. Go DM him. Go comment on his stuff. Go to his app. Let him know we want him on the channel more. If y'all enjoyed this video, comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
All right, I appreciate it, Hustle Ninja. Peace.
Hey Hustle Ninja, thanks for watching. Remember, if you want to support the channel and have the chance to win a giveaway to help your clothing brand, be sure to check out onlyninjas.com. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And stay hustling.